Hello, if this is your first time, I'm Kyle and I'm one half of the Wandering Shores. So today we've got a hidden secret gem of a boondocking spot for you for some free camping. We are on what is called Laramieriverroad. It's called different things along the way on Campendium, so I'm going to put all of those GPS links, etc. down in the video description. But this is a great spot, lots of options, beautiful scenery, and not very crowded. So I'm out here along Laramieriverroad. A couple things that you need to know about this road. From the boondocking spot that we are camped at, which on Campendium is called Creek Dispersed, it's about 8 miles back to the paved road. So this road here is gravel / crushed dirt and is actually probably one of the nicest National Forest roads we've ever been on. It's probably about 30 miles long and goes all the way up to the Wyoming border north of us, and then turns into a paved road, which I think is called Wyoming State Route 10. So here we are. I'm going to put this boondocking GPSs along the way. We are actually at the third entrance to Mill Creek because it was a little bit easier to get into than some of the other ones. As you'll see in this whole area, there is a lot of potholes along the entry roads, and if you can maneuver around them or find the best entry point, you're not going to have a problem. So as you turn in, you're going to see this. Now as you enter the third exit here to Mill Creek Dispersed, you're going to see over on the right hand side there's a nice little spot tucked back in the woods there. Car camper, small travel trailer. The fire pit is actually a little bit deeper back there, but we've had several people with tents, etc. So as you come in, I'll just kind of show you a little bit here. You can see that this is pretty potholed, but you can kind of veer around to the right and stay out of those. When we first got here about a week ago, they were all filled with water, so I wasn't exactly sure how deep they were. So as you come in the third entrance again, you're going to see this huge wide open area here on the left hand side. That's where we chose to park. So we've got a few friends with us. We've got Sean and Lauren from the Austin's Travel, as well as our friends Reagan and Coral, who we met on the road as well. So obviously there's no issues with solar and or satellite access to Starlink over there. As you walk a little bit further down the road, you're going to see it splits right here. Now if you drive up on the right hand side, there are a few campsites that people have just kind of put along this little side road. That's the main road leading through the rest of the camping area. You'll see right there the Laramie River. Great access. You're up here a little bit higher if you choose to use this campsite. I would say there's probably about 5 to 10 good spots here in this first section, which is considered Forest Road 103A. Some of the sites I'm going to show you either through Google Maps or maybe through some videos when I go down there are like 103B, 103C, 103E, etc. Now you'll see here off to the right down in the woods is a campsite. I don't know how easy it'll be to find that, but more importantly, the further you come in here, pretty much all the campsites are going to be on the right hand side. So if you've got a vehicle with high clearance, you could go back in that area there. This entrance over here to the left, or the road coming in from the left that you probably see, that's actually what I consider entrance number 2. That's the way we chose to come in, but it is pretty potholed, so I'd suggest trying entrance number 3. Do you enjoy free camping and boondocking across the United States? Well, we've got a lot more for you. If you haven't already, checked out thewanderingsshores.com, and we have an interactive Google map there where you can see all of the spots we've done campsite reviews of, as well as things to do in the area. So check us out. We roll up on here, you're going to see some offshoot roads. Again, I don't know if you can tell with this camera angle, but there's some significant potholes there. But I've seen several large travel trailers back there in the woods, and the creek is back there as well. So very beautiful sights, especially if you're not needing solar or to try to get Starlink to face north. There's a nice spot here off in the grass. perfect for any little side road here that takes you back a little bit deeper in the woods. This one is pretty narrow, so you have to be careful. You might want to just stop out here and go check it, but most rigs can get back in there. Off here to the right, you can see there's a Class A and a travel trailer in this spot, so plenty of space to turn around and go through back there. The entrance to that location is right here by this little pile of rocks. Okay, I'm rolling up on entrance number 1. GPS coordinates in the video description. Right there is a beautiful big large spot, perfect for several rigs. This is the entrance number 1. Again, you'll see down there's a big mud puddle, and for the most part it's pretty easy to go around it, but at the time we showed up it was really full of water and I wasn't sure if we could get around it. Now, okay, so if you decide to pull in entrance 1, you can go left or right. If you choose to go left down that way, there is about 2 or 3 small camping areas. Some of them would be great if you have a 4x4 vehicle but no travel trailer, because there's a bit of an incline you got to drive up to get to some of the other spots. I'll put an image or two from that spot here in this part of the video, but there's lots of options if you go left, but they're not in great shape. I would highly suggest you really just, if you're going to come in entrance 1, turn right and go find some of the spots down this direction. Now, I'm going to take you back. I'm going to show you a little bit of the other 2 or 3 dispersed camping options that you have further north. It's probably only maybe a quarter mile to the next boondocking section. And again, just be advised that all of these, the roads getting in are pretty rough. So I would highly suggest if you can find a spot to park and just come in and check them before you just drive blindly in, especially if you're towing any type of travel trailer or anything like that. But I'll take you and show you some of those other spots, and then stay tuned until the end because I'm going to talk about some of the resources that are available in the area, because this is very remote. So as you saw, we just turned into 103C, letter C. It's about maybe quarter mile north of where we started the whole video. And as you come in, you're going to have a split option. You're going to go to the left or go over to the right. You can see I'm parked over here on the right. If you go this direction, there is about 3 campsites available down that way. There is really not a turnaround, so I would suggest that you just park right here and you walk down to see if those spots are filled. The very last one is, if you're camped there, there's kind of a turnaround, but if not, you're trying to turn around in the middle of somebody's campsite. So I'd highly suggest that you not go that way, unless you just walk down there. Then, if you decide to go right, and I don't know if you can see that here, but there is a lot of damage to the road right there. So we're gonna drive that direction and show you a few of the sites, and recommend high clearance. That's all I can say. There is another entrance, and I'm gonna show you how that comes in, but I'll probably do that on Google Maps and show you some of the limitations to that as well when we get over there. If you continue on, this road right here is pretty rutted and rough, but there are campsites around the area right there. There's a few back here in the woods. As you come around this right-hand turn, there's one right there. And as you can see, probably on this video, I drove through this spot right here, and then I took this bypass. This is real rough right here, but then you can turn out and come out to the main road. This is very narrow. I would not suggest that you come in this direction. I suggest if you're going to use 103C that you come in the other entrance. If you go up a little bit further, here is 103D. So as you saw in the video, I came in this way, I turned left, I parked the truck right there as I initially did a video review, and then I drove out and took you guys out to this area where there's a turnaround. Again, there are not a lot of spots out there, so just keep that in mind. The other thing, let me go back to the other map. Let me show you a few of the services because you are very remote. Over here in the town of Walden, you can see these two marks with hearts. This is a free dump station at the local park. So I'll put that GPS location in the video notes. In this area over here at Conkle Oil, you can get gas, both regular, unleaded, and diesel, and they sell propane at a much more reasonable fee than the Shell does in town. But that is about an hour and 15 minutes away from the boondocking sites. If you go this direction, you'll see here there is Sportsman's Lodge. They do, is a very small campground. They have water that you can purchase. I think to fill up a rig, it was about $15, and I assume they have a dump station as well. But I would give them a call if you're thinking about stopping there, but there is a fee. Then a little bit further over here in, I believe, the town of Rustic is really the closest gas station outside of Walden at Glen Echo Resort. Now, as you can see here in the still image I'm putting, I do not think they have diesel. So if you need diesel, you definitely need to go probably into Walden, would be your closest option. And unfortunately, that's an hour and 15 minutes away. So a couple other things. Starlink works great out here. Keep in mind that there is 0 cell service once you get out here. We've had no T-Mobile, no Verizon whatsoever. We don't have AT&T, so I can't attest to that, but you might see that in a Campendium review if anybody else has done reviews since I've done this video. So that's going to be it for our review of Laramie River Road dispersed camping. A couple things I want to mention. If you haven't checked it out already, thewanderingshores.com, we have an interactive map that shows you all of the campsite reviews we've done as well as things to do in the area. So we'd love your support there. Give us a thumbs up if you like this content. If you really enjoyed it, we'd love to have you subscribe. So thanks again, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.